Pat Quill, Ladies Football President, obviously looking forward to the biggest day of the year for you.
Yeah, indeed, next Sunday, all the 6 counties coming together to see who'll reign supreme in their respective grades, and hopefully we'll have a good crowd as well. And if the weather is good, I think, I certainly expect some great football to be played in all 3 games, because there's very, very little between Antrim and Louth. They met earlier in the championship in the group stages, but Louth, they had some dismay, and Antrim were short a number of players on that particular day, so they'll be very determined to overturn the verdict on that. Whilst there's been little or nothing between Armagh and Waterford in the intermediate, Jerome, because they drew the group stages. They were forced into a playoff to decide who would be first and second in their group, which Armagh won. But again, Waterford have the talent, they have the experience to overturn it. But then again, Armagh are a fine team. I suppose the thing about these 2 counties is the number of experienced players who have played in Croke Park before, and that'll be an advantage to them, because they will have been through all of that. So it's an extremely difficult game to call. And then the senior, whilst Cork are probably most people's favourites, but like Kerry have had a month to prepare for this, and very often, whilst Kerry lost the Munster final, very often you will learn more from a game that you lose at times maybe than winning. But certainly Cork looked very, very impressive in the semi-final against Monaghan. But Kerry put it up to Monaghan last year as well, so this is a good Kerry team, so we're expecting 3 exciting games.
It's a day when the ladies take over Croke Park. We've had the hurling finals, we've had the men's football finals, but the ladies take over, and I suppose it puts women's sport very much in focus on the day.
Well, it does indeed, and it's been a great year for women's sports in general. But, and what we're hoping is that the attendance, the people who come out to support their counties, and not just support their counties, to support women. And that's a big problem, I suppose, for probably all women's sports, that women do not come out to support their own athletes. Those athletes put as much into it as what the men do, but for some particular reason, it just doesn't seem to catch the imagination of the female population of the country. Certainly considerable amount, because if you look at the attendance here next Sunday, there will probably be 65-35 of men in it. Who comes in. They see it as a wonderful sport. So it's I think the key is to get women to come along and support their own sport, because all the athletes, irrespective of what sport it is, deserve that promotion and that support.
Well, Katie Taylor has put women's sport right up at the front. How has that sort of impacted on other sports, do you think, and maybe got ladies footballers and sports people around the country to think about getting involved?
Of course it has. She's a wonderful athlete, and what she has done, and it's not just what she has done this year, what Katie has done for years has been phenomenal. Lost probably one bout that she certainly was robbed of in a decision, and has created the goodwill and the interest amongst people to say that, listen, women can, after all, be as good as fellas. And of course, Katie did play Gaelic football as well as playing soccer, as well as boxing, represent Ireland in soccer, but she also played Gaelic football. So for people to see that, and sometimes it takes time to get that through, and we're making progress. Hopefully we'll have, I think our attendance possibly be a bit down for next Sunday. We're hoping to get somewhere between 15 and 20,000. This is 5th Sunday in a row of Gaelic games here in Croke Park. But they deserve it. But what people like Katie do, and other top international athletes, and the television coverage that they have got has shown that these people can perform at the very highest level. And then it gets people thinking, well, sure, all female athletes are probably doing the same, which I never thought of before. So it puts it in the mind, it gives it that profile.
Well, we've heard for a number of years that ladies football is the fastest growing sport in Ireland, but you're saying they don't all come out to support. But have you noticed over the years, you've been officiating maybe 20 years in ladies football, maybe longer, have you noticed a change? Do you notice more young females coming out to play, and are they playing ladies football?
Oh, there is no doubt about it, and this is good for the whole Gaelic Games family of sports, and not just ladies football, of course, for camogie, and indeed you have handball and rounders as well thrown into all that mix. So it's a wonderful, strong organisation, and I certainly have. I've been involved since '79 in ladies football, and I remember that time, I think it was something like 300 at our first All-Ireland, and we thought it was good. And it has grown increasingly. So, okay, there was some say we're up to 35,000 here, or that was a Mayo and Monaghan, I think, All-Ireland filed back in the 90s or wherever it was. And but there's no doubt it is increasing. It is increasing in the ground. This is the thing, that there seem to be huge numbers participating, not quite anywhere near that coming along to support their own sports. But there's certainly the growth has been phenomenal over the years. And TG Carr has played a huge role in that, obviously, Jerome, in putting that into people's homes. People who would never even dream of going to see a game, but the fact that it's on television, they can see this. And it's brought the sport into the sitting rooms of every household in the country, and they thoroughly enjoy the game. But it's to get them actually to come out to support. That's one of the challenges that we're faced with.